Hi, it's Tash. Welcome to Tash's Library. Today's video is going to be looking at the Goodreads Challenges that I've done this year. If anyone's unaware of these, yes, you can set your reading goal for the year. So I've set 100 books, but then every few months there's also some extra challenges which gain you little bookmarks. And I've been trying to do these and I've done really well. So I thought I'd go through the challenges that I have completed. So from January to April, there was the Community Favorites Challenge, which had 6 bookmarks. And I achieved all of them. First one was Buzzy Books, and this was based on the list, the 144 most read books of the 2024 Reading Challenge. And for this I read Unruly by David Mitchell, which was an awesome non-fiction history book with a good sense of humor as well. So really recommended. For Epic Quest, which was based on the 60 most popular fantasy novels of the past 3 years, I read A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross. I also read Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher. So I actually read 2 books that fulfilled this particular challenge and gained the bookmark. The third one I got was actually potentially a little bit tricky because it was Era Explorer. And this was a look back at 5 years of historical fiction hits. Now, historical fiction is one of my least liked genres. I don't enjoy it, but I did own one of the books on the list. And so I took the opportunity to read it. And that was The Dictionary of Lost Words by Pip Williams. Now, this was okay. It was actually a superbly written book. And if you like historical fiction, fabulous. But what I don't like about historical fiction is how depressing it is. So I will never touch that book again, but I enjoyed particularly the first half. Essential Reader was based on the 177 new fiction and non-fiction reads for Black History Month. And for this one, I read an awesome book by P. Jelly Clark called The Dead Cattail Assassins. And this was just superb fun, an alternate sort of fantasy world with assassins that belong to this group called the Dead Cattail Assassins. And it was just really fun. I really enjoyed that one. Sweet and Spicy. This was potentially going to be another tricky one because it was based on the 100 most popular romances of the past 3 years on Goodreads. And I'm not really a romance reader, but it included The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. And I love this because I actually don't think it was primarily focused on the romance. It was more like a cozy fantasy with a romantic element, and it was actually one of my favorite books. So I'm very glad I read that one. And finally, it was Her Story, which was based on 192 non-fiction books to read this Women's History Month. And for this one, I read The Elements of Marie Curie by Davis Sobel. And this was a non-fiction book which told the story of Marie Curie. This was going to be potentially dicey because the other genre I really don't like are autobiographies, memoirs, biographies. Don't enjoy them. I'm not an individual person. I'm not a character reader, for example. And even when reading history, I'm not particularly interested in people's life histories. I like the big trends. I like the geopolitics. I like the ideas. I like the plot. But this was good because it actually had quite a strong focus on the science. So I enjoyed that one. Then there was a seasonal challenge that ran from May to June. And this one had 7 bookmarks to collect. And I collected them all. The first 3 were really easy for me anyway. First one was Page Turner, which required you to complete 2 books over 2 months. And I easily did this because I read 21 books over those 2 months. Then Speed Reader required 3 books, easily done. And Book Boss required 4 books, which once again was easily completed. Then the next 4 were actually based on book lists. First one was Centennial Picks. This was from 1925 to 2024, 100 years of popular books. And for this one, I read The Murder of Roger Ackroyd by Agatha Christie, just like queen of mystery, and I really enjoyed that one. Heritage Reads, which was to celebrate Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month with 189 new books. And this one I read a slightly disappointing book for me, and that was Water Moon by Samantha Soto Yambao. I didn't love this book, and I mean, that's just me. I didn't like the characters very much. But anyway, I did read it, and I did accrue the bookmark. Then Armchair Explorer was based on the Oh, the Places You'll Go, 144 summer reading recommendations by setting. And for this one, I read a nonfiction book called Blue Machine by Helen Zersky, which was about oceanography and how the ocean kind of drives the entire planet and shapes everything. And then finally, for Rainbow Reads, which was based on Read the Rainbow, 135 new LGBTQ plus books to celebrate Pride, I read Murder by Memory by Olivia Waite, which was a short little novella, which is a science fiction mystery blend, and I really enjoyed that one and definitely plan to continue the series. So anyway, I've done really well. I'm so proud of myself. I have accrued all my bookmarks so far. I am going to be continuing these Goodreads challenges, and hopefully they'll continue to be kind to me, because one of my rules for this is I will not buy a book for the challenge unless it's already something on my wish list. So if it's something I've already got on my radar that I wanted to read, then I may consider purchasing it. I will also not read a book I'm not interested in, because I have too many books to read. So I have to find something, particularly within a genre I enjoy, or a book that has intrigued me so far. But let's see what the second half of the year has to bring. Anyway, thanks for watching this short little video, and let me know if you're doing these challenges and how you're going. And until I see you next time, take care.